Eventually, China could buy up to 50 aircraft of this type to equip the first indigenous Chinese-built aircraft carrier expected by 2010. China's ASAT test will intensify U.S.-China face-off in space. Aviation Week and Space Technology, January 21, 2007. China's successful test of an anti-satellite ASAT weapon means that the country has mastered key space sensor, tracking, and other technologies important for advanced military space operations. China can now also use space control as a policy weapon to help project its growing power regionally and globally. Although more of a policy weapon at this time, the Chinese ASAT shows that the Chinese military can credibly threaten imaging reconnaissance and other satellites operated by the United States, Japan, Russia, Israel, and Europe. The Weaponization of Space. www.stratfor.com, April 10, 2008. The Pentagon intends to dominate space the same way it dominates the world's oceans, largely passively, allowing the free flow of international traffic, but with overwhelming and unchallenged military superiority. That will include not only defending assets in space, but holding those of a potential adversary at risk. But the trajectory of development and the challenges that lie ahead will sooner or later dictate space-based weapons platforms. BMD, ballistic missile defense, is just one of a variety of potential justifications and applications. And since the United States intends to ensure that its dominance in space remains unrivaled, it will move preemptively to consolidate that control. At some point, that will include actual weapons in space. As has been said of other matters, the debate is over. Space is an integral part of U.S. military fighting capability, and therefore, in all practical terms, it has been weaponized. Decade Forecast, 2005 through 2015. www.stratfor.com. Russia is the only competitor with an outside shot of actually reforming its existing space program to the point of creating a near-global, near-real-time reconnaissance system. Add this to existing ballistic missile technology, and a space-capable Moscow would pose a genuine threat to U.S. hegemony. Of course, geopolitical and military alliances between any of these rivals could accelerate indigenous programs and capabilities. It is worth noting that Russia has made a virtual cottage industry out of exporting its own space expertise and technology to countries such as India, China, and Iran. The laser gun takes flight. www.popsci.com. November 10, 2008. The first successful test of a plane-mounted laser gun came on August 7, when Boeing's 18-ton chemical laser fired a beam from a C-130H aircraft and destroyed a 3x3-foot target on the ground. It was the first time all of the ATL's lab-tested pieces came together to vaporize a target. Russia set to build new aircraft carrier. RIA Novosti, March 3, 2009. Russia's state-controlled United Shipbuilding Corporation, USBC, has disclosed some specifications of a new generation aircraft carrier currently being developed for the country's Navy. It appears that the new warship will closely resemble advanced NATO carriers also displacing 60,000 metric tons. This revelation has been indirectly confirmed by media reports about the interest of Russia's top naval brass in the projects of Francis Thales, a leading developer of advanced CVF carriers for the British Royal Navy and PA-2 carriers for the French Navy. Her dimensions will match those of the PA-2, with a standard displacement of 59,000 metric tons, while her full displacement will total 75,000 metric tons. Unlike the French carrier, which will have a gas turbine propulsion unit, the Russian ship will be powered by a nuclear reactor and will have a different air wing. The sufficiently large new generation carrier will accommodate an air wing comprising 30 to 36 heavy-duty fighters, not to mention aircraft of other types. A mixed air wing comprising 24 heavy-duty and 24 lightweight planes, including MiG-29Ks or advanced lightweight fighters, can also be deployed on board the carrier, whose deck and hangars will also accommodate unmanned combat air vehicles, UCAVs, helicopters,